Cash, just day 2 of spring training. I guess you can't beat this weather here in Peoria, can you?
No, it was pretty cold in Texas when I left, and I mean you can't beat the sunshine, beautiful weather, and cool breeze at the night.
How did you spend your off season?
I spent mostly in Texas and kind of traveled all over and went hunting all over the United States.
You guys were pretty animated out there. If I were to ask you what's more entertaining to watch, pitchers running in spring training or offensive linemen during the combine, what would your answer be?
Probably pitchers in spring training. Yeah.
Who's the best? Who's the fastest runner out there? If the Padres have that tying run at second base, Buddy Black needs a pinch runner and he's out of position players. Who's the guy he goes to amongst his pitching staff?
I got to go with myself. We got some good runners though. We got Street can run a little bit. Tyson can run. We got a few different guys he could go to.
You have a few new faces at least to the starting rotation this year. How's the camaraderie coming along? How is it getting to know some new teammates? More time with Ian Kennedy, and of course the addition of Josh Johnson.
Yeah, we got Ian last year in the middle of the year, and I think he meshed right away with us. And getting Josh and getting to know him, and learning from him, picking his brain. He's got a track record, and I think me and Tyson can learn a lot from him.
If I were to ask Darren Balsley, what's the one thing he wants you to work on during the spring? What do you think his answer would be?
Probably, number one is locate my fastball. Everything starts with that. But, I also say, keep working on my slider.
Okay. I think he would say slider consistency. That was his exact answer. For you, you had to go to arbitration. The first time for you with the Padres, it was the first time for Josh Burns as GM. How did that process go? Because you hear stories about how, it can be unsettling. It can be a very negative process. But how did that process go for you?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad process. I think it's, it's part of the game. It was definitely interesting, hearing a lot of different things you haven't heard before as far as, numbers, stats, all that kind of stuff. So, it was a good experience, and, it was something I learned a lot from. You
came to San Diego once this past offseason. That was during the passing of Jerry Coleman, which was a very cool gesture. What did you get to learn from being around Jerry for such a short time?
I was a big fan of Jerry Coleman.
He'd pick your brain a lot. I'd see him walk in the locker room, and you guys would always seem to have that conversation.
Yeah, I always try to talk to Jerry every day. It's just a guy that served in 2 wars and played in 2 different eras of baseball. And just the guys he's played with, all the names and just the knowledge he has about the game, and just getting to talk with him, ask him what's new with him every day. I'll miss that this year.
I was going like you had it right, you just had the right-handed, left-hander mixed up. Oh, hey! 3! Yeah. Wait, Cash. That away, good. Jump, spike it. I got you, Rochi. 3. Hey, good hand speed. Good. Hey, same delivery.